Hi, everybody. How's it going? I'm here with Patrick, another age group triathlete. Patrick, can you introduce yourself a bit?
Hey guys, my name is Patrick Delorenzi. I am an age group triathlete from Italy. And right now I'm trying to do my best that I can on the Ironman distance. And I make videos for a living. I'm a video maker and I am 5 years sober. I haven't drunk alcohol in more than 5 years actually. And on top of that, I eat a plant-based nutrition type of style of eating.
Excellent. Well, Patrick, I reached out to you because, I saw you were one of my subscribers. Now I'm your subscriber, but I looked at your channel and I saw that you stopped drinking alcohol. And, I've always drank alcohol. I always loved alcohol. I love beer. I lived in Italy for a year where you're from, and that's where I got really good at it. And then after that, I went for 4 years in college and I got even better at it. And then a year in Las Vegas, and then years after in Singapore. And I always, alcohol was always a part of my life, but triathlon was not. But then as soon as I started getting more serious in the sport, it didn't work when I had to wake up at 4:30 or 4 o'clock and train. And I started cutting back, but it was only until about a year and a half ago, I completely cut it out because I realized it's just not productive. And for me, it's easier to go all or nothing. And I'd rather just say none and just not even deal with it. Because if I have one drink, I'll have another, and then I'll miss my training in the morning. And I've just gone completely cold turkey. And I think it's the best thing I've done in terms of empty calories, in terms of dehydration, headaches, training in the morning. What is your opinion? What is your story?
So first off, I absolutely relate 100% with everything you said. My story is a bit different, I would say, because I live in Italy. I've grown up in Italy. And in Italy, it is very, very normal to start drinking at a very young age. So I started drinking basically at house parties when I was 14. So when I was 14, I was already around alcohol. And what happened is, the first time that I drank, I got super, super drunk and basically threw up. So that was like the first sign that I should have listened to, but I didn't. And I just kept on going. All my friends used to drink. In high school, it is super common to go out even on a weekday and basically drink. I just kept on going this way for a long time, also because I was very, very into skateboarding and snowboarding. And skateboarding and snowboarding go really hand in hand with alcohol. It's like it's not like something inherently bad, but it is super, super normal to just hang out at skate spots or at the skate park and basically you skate and then you drink. My problem and why my story is a bit more maybe extreme compared to other people is that I basically didn't have a stop. I would just drink probably I had some fear of getting left out from a group, or I wanted to impress other people. So I would just drink and drink and drink. And I wasn't an alcoholic because I was never addicted to physically alcohol, but I was always just the guy in the group who would drink more than other people. So if we were at a party at 3 a.m., normal people would just stop drinking. I would just keep on going. I would keep on going. And this ended up progressively throughout the years. In the beginning, it was fun. And then it just became so normal. I didn't even realize it, but every time it was getting worse. So worse headaches, worse hangovers. I would do stupid stuff that I wouldn't remember at all. And I would always end up having to apologize the day after and things like this. And to be honest, I kind of started realizing that I had a problem before university. So I did try and stop drinking already. I think I went 1 month, 2 months, and I felt absolutely great. The problem is that hanging out with people who all drank, I would always end up in situations that would lead me back to it because it was just so easy. It would just happen. It's because society, that's normal. In society, people just go out and drink. The thing is that I believe myself was very kind of an extreme example, but I think there are a lot of people who have a not so great relationship with alcohol who end up just doing it because they're basically pressured to do it. And what happened with me was I basically got to a point where I just stacked one bad evening after another of blackouts. And I was with my girlfriend at the time. And basically what happened one night, I don't remember what I did. I went to a wedding and then I just came back. But I remember that the morning after, when I woke up, super hangover, she just looked at me with different eyes. So I had done something. I don't know what I did. Maybe it was just something pretty like innocuous. It wouldn't have been something terrible. But it was just, I realized in that moment that I had to make a choice. I either had to choose alcohol or I had to choose between basically the love of my life at that point. So in that moment, it became absolutely clear. And as I think you might have noticed, I'm the same as you. So I'm very all or nothing. I just stopped drinking and I never looked back, basically. And this ties into triathlon because as soon as I stopped drinking, I had this incredible surge of energy. I remember it like it was yesterday. I had this incredible surge of energy and I just had to do something. I had to do something with my body. I had to move. I felt like I wanted to run. I wanted to ride my bike. And I started really basically loving waking up early in the morning, which is something that I never used to do. It would always be something terrible to wake up in the morning because I would always be maybe not like super hungover, but it would always, alcohol disrupts sleep and dehydrates you. So in the morning, I would never be like 100%. And as soon as I stopped, I started waking up at sunrise, going on some very small runs. I started riding my bike more, and progressively, I kept on not drinking because I really felt so great, and this led me to do so many other things, and in particular, triathlon and triathlon training, which is something that I absolutely love, and I think is a direct consequence of not drinking alcohol anymore.
Amazing. I mean, yeah, alcohol and early morning training and proper Ironman training do not go together. No. And, I love beer. I still love it. And I can imagine the taste of a good beer right now, but you know what? I don't really need it. It's like there's lots of things I love that I shouldn't have. And that's the case. I mean, just because you love it doesn't mean you should have it. And it's not productive. That's my feeling.
I totally agree.
If you're one of these people that are okay of having to have one or two beers and you can wake up early and you feel good, then there's nothing wrong with it. And I have no moral or philosophical problems with alcohol whatsoever.
Exactly.
I have no problem with it. But personally, personally, it just didn't work for me. And I've made the personal choice. It won't be everybody's choice, but it's been my choice to completely eliminate it. And I'm happy that way. So that's my personal choice.
What would you say?
Most of my friends still drink alcohol, and that's cool for them. No. That's fine. But it's just not the road I'm going to be taking.
What would you say are the two biggest benefits you found since you stopped?
I'd say the first benefit is sleep. Yeah. So I used to think alcohol made you sleep better. It doesn't make you sleep better. Oh. It might knock you out, but the quality of sleep and how deep you sleep is compromised. Also, another attribute of sleep is what time you go to sleep. Mm. And typically, if you're drinking, you're going to go to sleep later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Typically. So I'd say first is improved sleep quality. Second is you don't need those empty calories. Mm. And as a triathlete, we want to take care of our bodies. We want to be fast. We want to do our best. And, those calories are not necessary for me. I mean, I saw your before and after pictures. Me too. I was a bit bigger before. And there you go, man. So those are two big benefits, and I'll keep it that way.
Totally agree. I absolutely totally agree. Sleep quality is just so much better. I wish I had a Garmin watch, when I used to drink, because I didn't have one at the time. Because you can get super into HRV, stress levels, and all that kind of stuff. And I really wish I had one to see just how disrupted it was. Because right now, this very second, like if I am sick or if I maybe I trained too much, which leads into poor quality of sleep, you can have some data about it, and that is fundamental. Like if you drink, check your HRV stats, check that stuff. And I guarantee they're not going to be as good as if you're drunk. So I stopped because I would drink really a lot, but I would say everybody could benefit. I'm not saying stop completely. It's just like every person is different. So everybody can choose their road. And if you have a great relationship with alcohol, it's okay. But in my opinion, it doesn't really serve a purpose for performance or health and well-being. That's my take, basically.
If you're a triathlete and you have a good Garmin, do an experiment. Take a week of not drinking and see if the numbers change.
Exactly. That's a great idea.
What's your YouTube channel? How can people subscribe to you?
Okay, so I've been doing YouTube for the past year and a half, and the channel is just my name, so Patrick Delorenzi. And I try and post as often as I can, but what I try and do is to make some really kind of like detailed videos with experiences that I've personally done. And I try and do videos that explain and share as much stuff that I learned as possible in a way that is actionable for the viewer. So if you watch a video that I make, I try and give as much information, but in a way that you can actually use it in your life and apply it. Because I learned a lot from YouTube, so much from great channels, also for swimming, for so many different things, for biking, for everything. So I'm just trying to give back a bit to that, to what YouTube basically gave to me. How about you?
I love it. So, great. Thanks. Mine is IronmanHacks. So really, I mean, I just started a while back, and I'm really here to give tips and tricks to a faster triathlon. I'm no expert, but I have done enough races, and I have made enough mistakes. I mean, my first race was a disaster, like 7 hours. And experiences along the way. I've been documenting them and writing them down, and I want to share them like you. I want to share them with triathletes that want to improve. But at the same time, I want to hear from people and I want to learn, because I've got a lot to learn as well. My dream really is probably what all of ours is to qualify for Kona. That's what I want to do someday. I'm far from that now. I may not make it, but I'm hopefully going to do it someday.
That's an awesome goal.
That's who I am, and that's what I do.
Nice.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Subscribe to Patrick's and to mine, and we'll see you on the next one.
Okay. Bye.